Agra, the city of Taj. Today we are visiting the Taj Mahal. There are three entry gates: East, West, and South. We are taking the West Gate, which is the main gate that visitors enter through owing to the ample parking space. However, we should either walk or avail an electric vehicle to reach the monument that is approximately 800 meters from the West Gate parking. Motor vehicles aren't allowed within 500-meter radius of the Taj Mahal because of increasing pollution that is causing the discoloration of the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal appears to gradually alter its color in the changing light of the day. It's well worth the effort to wake up early and spend sunrise here. Visiting around dawn will also help you beat the huge crowds that start arriving later in the morning. One of the seven wonders of the world, the gorgeous 17th century monument Taj Mahal was built as a symbol of eternal love by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan as a mausoleum for his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died giving birth to her 14th child. Later, when he died, his body was also buried beside Mumtaz in Taj Mahal. A true marvel, the architecture of this mausoleum depicts the early Mughal designs, a combination of Indian, Russian, and the Islamic. It is entirely clad in white marbles, compelling the Mughal poets to insinuate it to a cloud or even early dawn. On a huge platform, amidst the four corner minarets, majestically stations the breathtaking marvel enhanced by the bulbous dome, amazing arches, lotus, and chhatri designs. The corner minarets are slightly tilted with an outward lean to protect the gumbad in case the minarets collapse due to any natural disaster. While on the one hand its magnanimity is so sublime, on the other the inlaid work and detailed craftsmanship coupled with the calligraphy is astounding. 28 different types of precious and semi-precious stones have been used for ornamenting the Taj, sourced from Tibet, China, Sri Lanka, and some parts of India. Although largely engraved with floral motifs in marble or pietra dura, a technique of stone marquetry, the meaningful and elegantly carved calligraphic inscriptions bring forth the arabesque ornamentation. The inscriptions convey a spectrum of messages. On the entrance gate is an invitation to the paradise that can be translated as, "O soul, you are at rest. Return to the Lord in peace with Him, and He at peace with you." On the mausoleum facades, one finds severe warnings of the impending judgment, and on the tombs, a more individualized call to mercy. On either sides of the raised platform are two identical buildings, the mosque on the west and the Mihman Khana or the assembly hall on the east. These two complementary elements flanking the cenotaph, along with the garden, the fountain, the water channel, and the gateway, all strike the perfect balance, accentuating the maximum harmony. The moods of Taj keep changing from dawn to dusk. The softness of the sunrise to the bedazzlement of the overhead sun, the jewel-like glow of the sunset, and finally the glorious and sensuous appeal against the moonlit sky. As we recede and move towards the first door of the gateway, we experience an optical illusion of the Taj shrinking. However, as we move through the gateway and outside its second door, the Taj keeps growing in size till only the central archway is visible from outside the gateway. Hence, it is said that when you leave Taj Mahal, it leaves with you. The Taj Mahal is indeed an experience of its own kind. As an architectural masterpiece, nothing could be added to or taken from it. It is one of those must-visit places that ought to be added to one's bucket list, owing to its mesmerizing charm.